Will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Throwing on first down is Rodgers. They'll set up the screen. This is Williams. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. A good convergence there defensively. Only a yard, and it's second down. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Now Rodgers. Oh, trying to get that to Adams, but that's intercepted. Picked off by Rashad Jones. Now, they told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You going to let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge.
And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. It's a good gain of 11. Sets them up 1st and goal. On 1st and goal, Drake. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. 2nd down and goal. Fitzpatrick. His pass caught at the 4. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. They'll wind up getting 7 on the completion, but they'll still be faced now with a 3rd and goal. And this is caught by Parker for a Miami touchdown. 4 yards on the touchdown grab. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Extra point up and good by Sanders, and it's now a 7-0 game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 to score as they start 1st and 10. Out to his left. Man open, that's Marquez Valdez-Scantling. He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. 16 yards right off the bat and a 1st down. From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10. Working from the gun, Rodgers. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off by Bobby McCain. And he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Following the interception here, Fitzpatrick. He's got a 1st down and more inside the 30. And down to the 27-yard line. 18 big yards on that one, and a Miami 1st. Fitzpatrick on 1st down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Drake. Another 18-yard gain. They had 18 on the previous snap as well.
Nice little nifty play for him there. That's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. I'm talking about being able to use the backside of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got a bike. Oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice 1st down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on 1st down. They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on 2nd and goal.
Hey, that's good. That's good. Hey, 5-0, 5-0, 5-0.
To throw again. Fitzpatrick. That's complete right around the 8. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. From 10 yards out, and the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage. See, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point because you've got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Rodgers again here on 2nd and 10. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation. And there, the defense. And Rodgers intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Rashad Jones. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
The throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. He's going to let one go deep for Parker. That's caught inside the 20, and he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Devontae Parker with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage. And his kick is good, and flags fly as well. Some frustration showing through right now. This is going to be a roughing call. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is...
It got his man complete. Past the 20. Touchdown, Packers. Devontae Adams. 75 yards as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter.
Well, since we don't have a rooting interest in this one, neither one of us wanted to see this one get out of hand too early. Here we are in the first quarter. That was an important response for them to score, already down 21.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it can be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about the groove that they're in at this stage of the game.
Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So 2nd and inches after that first down completion went just shy of the marker. Now a pass hauled in downfield. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 40. Now another timeout called for by the offense. And that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. Here's Fitzpatrick trying to lay one up deep. And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. Albert Wilson, 40 yards. And the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage. Now, first quarter, and this lead is already getting into dangerous territory. They better be careful on the other sideline.
Yeah, it feels a little bit more like a basketball game where one team is pressing and that team can't get the ball over half court. I mean, it is stealing it and scoring it, layups, the whole deal. That's what it feels like right now. They are all over them.
Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense. Not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
Back for the second quarter in Green Bay. It's the Packers in possession of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. Throwing the out route and complete. That's Adams. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. Rodgers now on 1st down. Looking deep for Adams. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Eric Rowe. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They've really distanced themselves. They have put the pedal to the metal, I guess, so to speak.
So definitely have them in the rearview mirror, don't they? I mean, you're exactly right. Being able to string together these drives that end up in points, it's almost like a run in basketball to create that distance, and they're on a really big-time one right now.
It becomes contagious, doesn't it?
It absolutely does, because oftentimes
it's caught inside the 25. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line. It's a big play there for Miami. 53 yards. And this is caught by Parker for a Miami touchdown. Devontae Parker on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage. So now the Dolphin offense will stay out there as they'll go for 2. Again, it's Fitzpatrick. And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more. So they go with a pass there on the 2-point try and able to convert it, Charles.
And a good job by the offense figuring out their 2-point play and using it well. It's interesting how people are using the strategy nowadays, though, isn't it?
It really is, and I don't know how much that particular play factored in, but with the PAT moving back in 15-16, that kind of changed things, didn't it?
It's really a part of everyone's strategy now. When I talk with coaches and when we sit with them, they always talk about they actually have 2-point periods in practice now, something they never really did before.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate, and of course they'd like to forget the ending, the interception, but they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know what, a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
So 1 play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Under a heavy rush. rush, and down he goes. Robert Kimdichie. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. And they weren't in zone coverage. They were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
Another try after the first down sack. Rodgers give the sack to Jerome Baker.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
And now here is another interception. Picked off by Rashad Jones. And he will bring it back. It's a pick-6 and a Dolphins touchdown. That pick-6 extending this lead even further. And boy, it's been a while since I've seen a team struggle this badly in the first half.
I think all they want to do is get to the locker room, try and regroup, and come out to start the third quarter. But if things don't improve fast then, I think the backups get a lot of play in the second half.
From the shotgun, it's Fitzpatrick. And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line.
I know they didn't tack on the 2 points, but I liked their attempt. After the interception return for a touchdown, I was thinking to myself, forget kicking it, go for 2, and they did.
Well, yeah, and everybody's scrambling. Maybe you catch the defense on their heels. They weren't ready to be out there.
Yeah, it's almost like a sudden change, right? There's a turnover, you take it away, they stuck it in the end zone, keep the momentum going. Give credit to the defensive guys for rallying and stopping that 2-point attempt.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10.
Find out. You got 58. No. Over. 58.
Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. And able to find Graham. Complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A really good pickup of 28 yards. Rodgers now just 7 of 16 passing thus far, but he's got a 1st and 10. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Minkah Fitzpatrick. The 20. And he will score. Touchdown, Miami. Sanders on for the extra point. And he's been a busy man. 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. Hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
Rodgers now to throw. The left side completion to Jones. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down.
Mike 52. Mike 52.
Five.
No, check that. We got Mike 52 right here.
To throw is Rodgers. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Touchdown, Packers. Davante Adams as the first half is winding down. And his guys are able to at least knock this deficit down a bit. Crosby connects on the extra point, and they get a bit of a respite here from what's been an otherwise dreadful first half of football. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. It's a short kick, taken at the 15. And a nifty return there as he's all the way up past the 40-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Time remaining for likely one final play. You're on your side of the field, but, heck, maybe you throw one up 50-plus yards, see what happens.
Don't forget that taking the knee is the right play to make because you just get out of there, you regroup, you start over. But if you're going to take the shot, you do have a chance of either making the play happen or picking up a deep pass interference call. And remember, it's the NFL. You get yardage. It's not just a 15-yard play. You could have something big here. Let's see if they take the shot.
Gonna look deep for Wilson. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout. As we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? That's fielded in the end zone. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They had a big first half. Now they have a chance to add to that lead here in the opening possession of the second half.
And everyone always asks about halftime adjustments, kind of the key phrase. What did you do at halftime? Well, the way they ran offense in the first half, I think they were very calm, congratulatory, but also what they were saying is, don't expect them to be the same on defense. They'll be the ones making the adjustments. Let's see what they do, and we'll attack accordingly.
And we'll see how they attack here. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10.
Tight end to the right, boy. Tight end to the right. Move.
Throwing again. Fitzpatrick. Gonna look deep for Wilson. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And out across midfield down to the 45. That goes for a gain of 31. Fitzpatrick now to throw on first down. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now Fitzpatrick. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. Zadarius Smith able to run him down for a loss of 12 that time. 3rd and long for Ryan Fitzpatrick. Well, the two men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up 4th down. So no problems moving the ball in the first half, but they'll likely come up empty here on drive 1 of quarter 3.
And it was so important for the defense to get that stop because what we witnessed in the first half was them getting run over. And they needed the confidence, and they needed to get off the field so they felt good going forward in this game.
Now Fitzpatrick. And this is going to be incomplete. A surprising move to go for it, and predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And the Packers are going to get the football back in excellent field position. Rodgers now on first down. Throw right side, caught by Davis. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. The end result, 21 yards. Rodgers going to throw. The left side throw complete to Adams. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Now it's Rodgers. That's complete right around the 8. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. 12 yards there and a first down. Rodgers to throw once more. And he's got the connection to the tight end, Graham. Touchdown, Packers. A 5-yard touchdown catch. And the Packers are able to cash in for 6. Crosby with the extra point, and that'll cut the lead down a bit to 28. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards. Now a play fake here on first down. Rush coming, and he's taken down. The safety, Adrian Amos, comes crashing in for the sack.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
Fitzpatrick now.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to...
Packer pressure, and down he goes. Dean Lowry coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it also brings up 4th. Here's Matt Hawk now. And the way this offense... And how about this, a fake? And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off. They fake the punt. It doesn't work out. And the Packers are going to get the football back in excellent field position. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Throwing now is Rodgers. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Devontae Adams, the intended receiver. And it's 2nd down. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Hey, you're on an island over there. You're on an island. Hey, watch me.
Rodgers will try again on 2nd down. And Graham's got it over the middle. Look at the big man rumble. Touchdown, Packers. Jimmy Graham. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Packers get a score closer. So he's hit pay dirt twice, but still they're facing that deficit here in the second half.
So they're going to see if they can continue to find ways to get him the football, because obviously something is working for him to find the end zone twice. In any event, however this turns out, he's going to be hard to deal with in the film room, isn't he? He's going to want to know why he's not getting more passes thrown to him.
Those big tight ends are getting greedy. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive.
Watch tight end. 3 down.
They go play action here on first down. Blitz coming, and down he goes. B.J. Goodson. The blitz works to perfection as he gets in there to dump him for a loss of 8. After the sack on first down, Fitzpatrick, and he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. So now after the sack, 3rd and long, and Fitzpatrick and company a little work to do. Throwing on 3rd and long, Fitzpatrick. Throw left side complete. That's Drake. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. A very solid gain of 27. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead. And down he goes. Fitzpatrick sacked. Zadarius Smith picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Throwing on 2nd and long. Fitzpatrick.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
A gain of 28 yards there and give him a 1st down. Fitzpatrick to throw it. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Preston Smith comes in for the sack. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. B.J. Goodson with a pick. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line. Their passing game has been spectacular this afternoon. Finally, a win for the defense.
You think maybe there was an adjustment there. Finally gained a measure of, I don't even know if you call it revenge, but got a play done against him, and that's been difficult for them all game long.
Looking for more there on 1st down, but this throw downfield incomplete. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Rodgers. Looking deep for Adam. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Rashad Jones. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. And give him now 4 interceptions in this game. That's only the 3rd time this has been done since the year 2000.
I think that tells you how much better teams have gotten at throwing the football. If you go all the way back to 1960, 12 times before that, there have been guys who have gotten 4 interceptions.
And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Kenyon Drake with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage. So now the Dolphin offense will stay out there as they'll go for 2.
Switch up, switch up.
From the gun, Fitzpatrick. Oh, he was looking for Parker, but it's intercepted. Kevin King with a pick.
It's interesting that when it comes to 2-point conversions, even heavy run teams tend to throw the ball in these situations. In this case, this one was intercepted.
Yeah, they weren't fooled. They were ready for the pass, picked it off. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and we'll do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Working from the gun, Rodgers. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. Xavier Howard with a good coverage that time as he was there and knocked it away. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. And now the third down throw incomplete as well. Fair to say the secondary play, whichever side you're on, hasn't really been a glowing exhibition so far, but a nice job there to prevent a long completion.
I agree with you, but at some point, someone had to make a play and try and stop this exhibition of almost speed racing that we've been watching, huh?
Yeah, it has been quarterback and receiver dominated. And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Rodgers to throw for it on fourth. Wide open receiver complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. And again, it's Rodgers. He's going to let it fly. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Eric Rowe. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense, but they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take that one and head to the locker room.
Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards. Fitzpatrick here to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Kevin King with a pick, and they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line. Well, they're not making it easy on themselves here down the stretch. 2 picks now in the fourth quarter, trying to hang on to that lead.
Talk about keeping someone in the game. Instead of being able to shut the door, it's still cracked open because they can come back on you now. The only people who are really happy about those picks, any fantasy team that has this defense.
The Dolphins going to take their second timeout. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. Rodgers now on first down. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Minkah Fitzpatrick. And he'll bring this one back to the 29.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete. The intended receiver was Jakeem Grant, and that'll bring up second down. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29.
We want it.
To throw again. Fitzpatrick, nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts. It'll be their third and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. To throw is Fitzpatrick. Sliding out of the pocket. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off at the 18. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage, but instead he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
So after the INT, it's Rodgers. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And nearly another interception. They've been around the ball all game. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Oh, yeah, I'm coming. Hey, take 26. 52. Hey, high 7. Let's go, D. Tighten up. 5-2 is the Mike. Mike 5-2. Mike 5-2. Here we go. Mike 52. Mike 52. Hey, watch the screen. Watch the 50.
Rodgers now throwing again. He's going to let it fly. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Eric Rowe. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
Fitzpatrick, he's going to float this over the middle, deep. And it's incomplete. They're still throwing to the very end, but now this game is over. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. With that, we say so long, everyone, from Lambeau.